Welcome to Inspire Me with Jay, a podcast discussing meditation, the near-death experience, spiritually inspirational and transformative experience. Welcome to Inspire Me with Jay. I'm your host, author and teacher, Jay Spillers. Please do like and subscribe. Remember that you can do one-on-one meditation coaching. If you've ever been interested in meditating and don't know where to start, know that it can transform your life and positively give you what you need. Just basically make an appointment on my calendar. We'll talk. I'll help you go through the process. Totally free, one-on-one. So today we're going to talk about authenticity, living your authentic self. And what does this really mean to live with authenticity, to live your authentic true self? It's basically you live who you truly are. It's basically shedding external expectations, shedding societal pressures, and simply being who you are. You have all these layers that sort of mask your true identity, all these beliefs, all these modes of thinking about yourself. And they're not the true essence of who you are. You tell yourself stories that I'm this way. I am not able to do X, Y, and Z. I am not very good at this or that. And it basically is a false identity. You want to get to the true essence of who you are. It's the core. It's who you genuinely are, your real self. And when you start to live your authentic self, you have self-realization. You start to realize your true essence. You start to come into alignment with what you truly are, who you truly are. And that's one thing I like about the near-death experience is that when people go and they die and they're in the presence of the light, they're able to see they see all the mistakes they made, they see all the problems they had. But oftentimes they genuinely see who they really are. That at our core, we're a being of love. We're a being of light. That's who we authentically and genuinely are. When you become in alignment with your authentic self, you're honest with yourself. You don't need to lie. You don't need to hide. You don't need to play games. You're honest with other people. You're able to set boundaries because you know who you are. You have integrity. You have the ability to follow through with that core essence of your being. You have courage to follow through, courage to live out the kind of person you know you want to be, you know who you truly are deep down. And remember, the thing is with courage, that obviously gets to the issue of fear. Remember, fear is the opposite of love, not hatred. So when you have a lack of courage or fear, you're not living from a place of love. So you have courage, you have integrity, the ability to live it out. You're honest with yourself and other people. You're having realizations of the true essence of your being. And, when you think about it, this is what we're doing in meditation too, that we're trying to have a self-realization, a self-awakening to who we truly are. We're putting aside all of the stuff and seeing what's really there. And when you think about like religious conversions, religious experiences, we talk about being born again or born of the Spirit. Isn't this sort of what the essence of what we're trying to get in? As the Spirit awakens us, we can be who God truly created us to be. And it's just kind of the same thing when you talk about Buddhism. It's the enlightenment or the awakening is coming into alignment with the true essence of our being. So you can see in the various religions that they're kind of all going back to the authentic, real self. And so that's where we need to be. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be living authentically.
You're listening to the Inspire Me with Jay podcast. Please do like and subscribe to the channel, bringing hope and inspiration to the world.
Living the authentic self is basically where you don't need the approval of others. You don't need to measure up to someone else's standard. You have self-validation. You validate yourself. You know that you're okay within yourself. You know the path you need to go down and how to get there, and you will look within to know where you need to go. So there's this self-validation. And I think part of authenticity, besides living a genuine, honest life, living with the realization of who you truly are, you're transformed to become that truly loving person, that peaceful person, that happy and joyous person that everybody wants to be, because those are the three qualities that every human being wants. They want love, they want peace, and they want happiness. And the thing is that you can love yourself better when you're trying not to measure up to others and you know the essence of who you truly are. And who you truly are is something that's beautiful and glorious and wonderful. You're pure light and pure love. When you understand that, self-love naturally flows. And then love for others starts to naturally flow as well. So the love is there, and then you can have peace because you're not trying to measure up to societal norms, or you're not trying to be pressured into something that someone else says you need to be. There can just be sort of that burden lifted, and then you can walk in peace. You can just be at peace, inner peace. The world around you may be chaotic. The world around you may be living a lot of facades. There may be a lot of superficial junk out here. But you can live with inner peace. And then as you start to accept yourself, because that's one of the other qualities of living the authentic self, is being able to accept yourself, letting all the judgments go that others have, letting the judgments of yourself go, and simply just living in acceptance. And when you accept yourself, you find that you are truly happy. And this is your default state, because at the default state, we are happy. We are love. We are peace. We are at peace. We just get sort of out of sync, that out of alignment. And then we don't feel the happiness, the joy, and the peace. We feel the stress. We feel the anxiety. We feel the depression, all these other things. But start to align yourself and you will begin to experience these things. What's cool is that living an authentic self isn't just for this person over here or that person over there. It's for you And it's for everyone because every human being has an authentic core self, the essence of who they truly are. We talk about in Christianity a sin nature, but the sin nature is on the outside, it's the superficial layer. But the core that goes deeper than that nature was who human beings were created in the beginning, which is the essence and image of God, right? We are the divine spark. So even if we have the sin nature, as we call it, go a little deeper and then we realize who we truly are. The sin nature, in a sense, is the false identity that we've adopted in this world. It's the fall. But the thing is we can pierce the darkness and see into our soul of who we truly are. And then this is essentially what salvation and sanctification are about. You want to be restored to wholeness. You want to walk in the light. You become the essence of who you were always created to be. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And this is for everyone. You think, oh, what about this person I know that's, basically a jerk and is rotten and whatever. They're out of alignment with their authentic self. And you think about even crazy things like, well, what about the guy in prison who raped and murdered multiple children? They have an authentic self? Absolutely, they do. Adolf Hitler had an authentic self. They may have been millions of light years from the true alignment, but they had an authentic self. They had the ability to align with who they truly were. They may not have done that on this earthly life. They may be millions of light years away, but they too, just like you, have that core authentic self of who they truly are. And you think, oh, if a murderer and a rapist in prison can have it, has it, and has the potential to align, I sure as the heck can align. If Hitler had the ability, I sure can align. I'm alive right now. Why don't I just go ahead and align? Why don't I take the steps that's necessary to align with who we truly are? Have you ever wanted to learn to meditate? Check out my book, Meditation for Everyone: How to Quickly Have a More Peaceful, Mindful, and Fulfilled Life, and support this channel. With Meditation for Everyone, you will learn to quickly and easily meditate, relieve stress and anxiety, alleviate depression, and have more joy, peace, and relaxation. What you will learn: mindfulness, the art of stillness, step by step on how to meditate, strategies for overcoming challenges to meditation, and much more. D. Mason said this is a nice meditation book, even for those already meditating. I agree with the statements that it will help to have a more peaceful, mindful, and fulfilled life. 4.6-star rating, available on Amazon. Now, that's something interesting too, is that I have the ability to align with my authentic self, but this can also affect how we view other people. Because no matter who that other person is, no matter how that person is acting in the moment, they have the ability to align with their authentic self. They have an authentic self that's at its core love, light, beauty, peace, and honesty, and a dignity, just as you do. And that can change our perception of that other person. Every person you see has an authentic self and the potential to align with that authentic self. And this is the essence of the spiritual awakening that needs to transform the earth. Because if we're going to change the world, if the world is going to change and become into alignment with a higher spiritual reality, they have to begin to align with who they really are. People have to know and believe, change the story of who they are so that they can begin to transform the world. Because we as individuals want to do it, but collectively as a planet, we want to do it and we are able to do it. You know, that you think about like the Middle East, the Israelis and the Palestinians. There needs to be a transformation, a changing of how they view themselves and seeing their authentic self and the authentic self of others and potential for it. That if this was to happen, everything would change. You know, both sides could live at peace and stop arguing over a piece of land. We could find a way forward when we're living authentically. And when you live authentically, you want to connect with the core values and beliefs, the words that you speak want to come into alignment with it, and everything's going to change. Now, how do we begin to live our authentic self? Well, part of it is to basically examine yourself, to analyze yourself in a true and authentic way. You need to basically have that awareness, have that part where you just sort of examine who you are. You need to start to accept yourself, let go of the fear, let go of the judgments. You need to have the ability to check in often because you're likely going to get off track. So you need to come back and sort of check in. How am I doing? How is my alignment process going? And practices, obviously, like the ones that I promote, like meditation, where you can be mindful and present, are some of the best ways you can basically do this. You can accept yourself, let go of the judgments, analyze where you are right now, and analyze how you can get to where you want to be. See others in the same light as well. So meditation is a good thing. And along with that can be affirmations both within the meditation. But then as you are going about your day, as you're waking up in the morning or going to bed at night, start to affirm who you truly are. Like one of my favorite affirmations is, I am a beautiful white light being. I am a beautiful white light being because I am beautiful white light at my essence. My core is love. Your core is love. So my core is love. And sometimes I affirm that about other people as well. Her core is love. His core, and you can be thinking of individual people, is love. They are beautiful white light beings. Their true essence is love. And to affirm that can be powerful. And it's something that isn't usually like that, but it's something that as you start to affirm it day by day and you start to meditate on these things, gradually you start to see transformation and that alignment start to take place. Sometimes it's a matter of how you carry yourself. Set a posture that I am genuine, I am honest, I am a person of integrity. Just move your shoulders up, say it strongly, show it in your movements. Be ready to just say, this is the essence of who I am. And, you know, it may feel a little bit weird, but just continue to do it. Feel strong, be strong, change your beliefs. That's another thing, too, is that Let all that crap go and start to believe something different about yourself. And these are some of the ways that you can begin to align with your authentic self. And now we're going to go ahead and do a meditation on it. Now just allow yourself to relax, get comfortable in your chair or on a bed. Close your eyes. We're going to do some heart activation breathing. Just place your hand on your heart. We're going to take in this slightly deep breaths in through the nose and then exhale through the mouth to start with. So let's take in a few deep breaths. Just breathe at your own pace at a slightly deeper level. Let's go ahead and begin. Take in your first breath and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Just take the next few moments to just keep breathing in this way. Don't have to breathe in too deeply, just a little bit deeper. Just try to exhale a little slowly. Just imagine that your heart is being activated. You may see a light attached to your heart. Could be bright white, could be gold, or purple, red. Just allow yourself to see the color that's there as your heart becomes activated. Just keep breathing in. You can just take your hand off your heart now and just imagine, like, as you continue to breathe, that your heart is breathing in and then breathing out. Just visualize it in your mind as you take each breath. Breathe in through your nose and just see it going through your heart. And then exhale. Exhaling through your heart. In and out through your heart. Just keep breathing in through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. See your heart breathing in and out. You are connecting the heart and the mind in heart activation breathing. Keep breathing in. You might see that as you breathe in, see the light around your heart expanding just a little bit. And as you exhale, it just contracts in just a little bit. Just allow yourself to breathe in normally, in and out through your nose at a comfortable level. Just in and out through your nose. Imagine you're in a dark room. It's pitch black. And you look to the side and you can see a door where a light on the other side is shining through just a little bit. You start walking towards the door. You get to the door and you open the door, and a bright white light hits you, and you step through. As you step into this light, you see a big garden in the expanse. You still see the bright light along the edges, but you see the garden now. And you keep walking through the garden. To your right side, a being of light comes through the light and approaches you. This being of light will be your guide on this journey. You feel love and acceptance and peace radiating from this being of light. Being of light wants you to look around at the garden. There's vast trees, flowers, beautiful blue sky, green grass. There's a stream in the distance that you can see. What else can you see in this garden? This garden is beautiful, majestic, pure, brilliant, full of tranquility. The being of light speaks to you in your heart and says, this garden represents the essence of who you are within your being. You are like this garden. You are a bright light. You are brilliant. You are beautiful and majestic. You are pure. You are breathtaking. Like the being of light, the essence of your being is love. Unconditional love. You are a bright light within your own being. In this safe space, you are able to be honest and open with yourself. There's no fear here. There's no judgment. Love and light. In this space, you have the courage to be your true self. You have perfect awareness of you, of others, and the world around you. Take a moment to reflect on who you truly are and the stories you've been telling yourself. Without judgment, but just observe, what is it that you believe about yourself that's negative? Take a moment to observe negative thoughts or patterns that you have about yourself. Now you become aware that those beliefs are not the true essence of who you are. They're just a story that you've been told or you've told yourself. These beliefs only have the power that you give them. Now take a moment to change these negative beliefs into ones that are positive, ones that are affirming, ones that are empowering to you. Take a moment to think of people that maybe you've tried to seek validation from, to seek approval from. Could be your parents, be a spouse, could be your employer, could just be people in the community. Observe what it is you are trying to get validation for. Now just allow those thoughts and emotions to just float away from you. And allow yourself to be affirmed within your own being. I affirm myself. You affirm yourself. The only validation you need is your own, and you have that. Just open up your heart and your mind and recognize you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are enough. You now are freed up to be the authentic self that you want to be, that you know you truly are, and that you've always sort of hidden from yourself. It's now revealed to you. Be that authentic self, the one who's honest with themselves, who walks in integrity, who is courageous, who is filled with perfect love and perfect peace, perfect happiness. Let's do one affirmation before we close out. I am perfect and beautiful just the way I am. I am perfect and beautiful just the way I am. Just affirm that in your being several times. I am perfect and beautiful just the way I am. Now we're going to take in one final deep breath before we close out. This time, breathe in as deeply as you can through your nose. Hold and exhale very slowly. Take the garden with you. Live authentically. And you may open your eyes.